ปรับความคงมันจะปรับอ่อนตรงกระโดดกระโดดสั้นจากการสั้นดูที่นี่มันจอมเจ้าเราเขาง่ายจุดพวกไอ้กาบอกคนจะดูเด็ดAshin Niyanasara để lô phan một bên cho cùng một chia anh nhóm có phán tới số sản nặng cách nâu sạc con và chia lại vào lô cứ Chicago Buddhist International University để học rung nhạc prai này để ở kia trong phố chúng nói ta sẵn khăn đi đó là khu mía sông tổ đâu sẽ khu mía rồi nhóm liên chất vô tầng 2 tầng tay ở vùng sao chân thơ đầu tiên của mía hay bàn tô sản nặng cách nấu cách ca và tuần chắc ru chìa trán có bài cầm nất mía bị kia xa thà dương nâng bằng cao nấu thả bàn muối nấu cư thả bàn học rung các này của thật ná ôi làm cái đòi vô cùng ru tam để cùng mía nấu được chia than cột cả môi hào ta cột cả sạch chẹt bớt ăn rẻ chia cột cả việc chia than cột cả sạch chẹt bớt ăn rẻ chia sầm ráp ăn nhá nấu Pannasastra như ní sầm ráp cứ hạ ca cho môi và tu trả ca và thắng lô hạ nhà ao xà la và lây là con lô nó sầm ráp chắp cùng liên tham từ nét chắp khi hai tham mục nên tới dương lần miên còn hai nữ hai được trở lại con được trở lại về tiền một viết dương miên cột cả sạch chẹt con ăn rẻ trên một chiếc đá nếu muốn xong lúcวันอารามน้องริกินาจากการเกี่ยยืมโจเรียนได้อัดบางไกลแต่ฉะนั้นจะพวกสาวอายในคุณจะคุณสาวโดยอายถึงครูนิสิตมาเรียนในปฏิกัดสักอย่างวันนี้มันไม่จะเสียสวัสดิ์มาสมาหารุกอปียงกันนานี่โดยปัญญาสักอีกครั้งองคุณจะได้ต้องหาลูกความมาเอาเนี่ยมาจบชั่วโจเรียนแต่มาดองแต่เมียนมาสอบบางสกาบทบาทสังกิจราเนี่ยลูกทานหนึ่งช่วยเอาไปท่องมาหาลูกก็ดาวประสังกับลูกมาว่าเชี่ยข้างพุทธศาสนานี่เชี่ยกำเนิดมวยแต่การล้างแต่สาวบางพุทธศาสนาได้เนื้อเป็นผู้มีจอมการตักนอมบอกเอาสาวจันทร์เขาได้เนื้อยอมเรียนหักอะไรในคำพังมันเป็นที่ประเทศกรมปรักษาบ้านในทักการมุจลินเทียบานเดิมโดยนุ่มละหายจะทักดังคุ้นกับอ้อมในบ้านตุกที่ห่ออาเดียนโต้บ้านในยืนเพิ่มนักหายงานนี้การได้ตกกินเก็บโยกดอลอ้อมคือมันแม้จะเก็บโยกระหว่างปัญญาศาสตร์นี้คือเชี่ยเก็บโยกระหว่างริเจนาจักการเชี่ยยืนแต่มูลรวมน้ำรวมไม้แต่อ้อมเราในริเจนาจักการเชี่ยยืนให้ประอ้องตัวไปยืนมือคืนทำประอ้องเมย์อ้องชวนนกเมย์คนตายลูกโจร่วมเป็นปีนี้เราปีมวยปีพรำปีมวยเราภูมิจะมวยสนับจูนักยืดลูกก่อนจะมาสู่ปีเรื่องสนับจูนักอาจารย์สองเรื่องเรียนนาปากกายเป็นจิตอาจูนักได้แล้วทำมีนายจนมันตอนเล่าแล้วจะเทียบเรียนมาแต่นั่นยังต้องอ่านอะไรนี่โอ้ When I saw Kaito Kipisa on Lebanon Champan, the year Kipisa my high, Kingdom of Cambodia, Nation, Religion, King, Region Acak Cambodia, Jiat Sasna Pannasastra, Pannasastra University of Cambodia, Selam Smati Panya, Sekolah Wilayah Pannasastra Cambodia, Sel Mati Panya. In recognition of his generous, heroic, and exemplary contribution to humanity in Buddhist education, peace building, healthcare, and people well-being, and by virtue of the authority granted by the Royal Government of Cambodia and the University by law, the Board of Trustees hereby solemnly present the honorary degree of Doctor of Humanity to Sitaku Sayadaw Dr. Ashin Niyanasara. With all the right, privilege, and honor thereto appertaining, in testimony whereof the proper signature of the official and the seal of the university are affixed. Given in the royal capital city of Phnom Penh on this February 6, 2015, Chairman of the Board of Trustees, His Excellency Venerable President Tunku Tuban Korpay. Please, audience, join with me in respectfully inviting His Most Venerable to deliver his address that we are waiting for so long. Thank you.
Your Excellency, ladies and gentlemen, first of all, I would like to express my deepest gratitude to Prasomdet Maha Arya Vansa Suchanto. And the second, President of Pannasastra University Council, Dr. Goldman. Because of they awarded me the honorary title Philosophy of a Doctor in Humanitarian Work. I am always striving welfare for human beings. According to the Buddha, three purposes of Buddhahood, Lokata Charya, striving welfare for all beings. Nyadata Charya, striving welfare for all relatives and friends. Buddhata Charya, striving welfare for is Buddha. In the Buddhist principle, Buddha laid down three purposes in his life. I am the son of the Buddha, therefore I follow the Buddha's thought. First aim of the Buddha's above, Lokata Charya, striving welfare for all beings. For this, I think the Pannasastra University Council might be awarded this title. I am so glad and so happy. Therefore, I express the deepest of my gratitude to Master Lord. Most venerable, ladies and gentlemen, especially esteemed dean, professor, lecturer, and student of Pannasastra University of the Kingdom of Cambodia, distinguished guests, distinguished scholars, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Today, I am greatly honored to be invited to deliver a speech at the Pannasastra University of the Kingdom of Cambodia. I am particularly pleased to have this opportunity for the fact of that Cambodia and Myanmar have enjoyed friendly relations, sharing the same religion and culture, like own brothers for thousands of years. I am happy to recall the Buddhism originated in all parts of the Southeast Asia, also known as Savanabhumi, the Golden Land. I humbly thank to a Buddhist missionary team sent by King Emperor Ashoka around 200 BE. Most scholars believe the Savanabhumi to be the islands of Malaysia, the islands of Indonesia, south eastern part of Myanmar, and southwestern part of Thailand. Therefore, it is obvious that the Savanabhumi is the source through which Buddhism came into Cambodia. It can be said that Southeast Asian countries such as Myanmar, Thailand, Laos, Cambodia, Singapore, Malaysia, Indonesia have enjoyed the same fruit of the Theravada Buddhism from the same seed sown by Venerable Sona and Uttara Mahathir, leader of a Buddhist missionary team set up by the great Emperor Ashoka to Sonapuri, the Golden Land. So I believe everybody will agree with the fact that we, the people of Southeast Asia, are like brothers and sisters living in a big cohesive family. I am so happy to recall with the fond memory the close cooperation between Cambodia and Myanmar, the chief patron Venerable of Wat Onalong of Cambodia Martyr, and His Majesty the King Sihan work with the Myanmar government and Myanmar Venerable at the 6th Great Sangha Council Conference in Yangon, 1954. Today, I have planned to brief you on Buddhism, and it is relevant to the present world situation. As you are aware, the world today is facing with various conflicts, various tragedies, various violence, almost every corner of the world. At this critical juncture, we need to find out the cause of a problem as a matter of priority so that we will reach the right solution to the problems. In other words, it is an urgent need for us to find a way in order that peace and stability will prevail in the whole world. Ladies and gentlemen, my dear brothers and sisters, the current situation of the world is a great challenge for political leader, spiritual leader, social leader, religious leader. On our part, it is my firm conviction that we all religious leaders are responsible to help mitigate tension, conflict, by disseminating the noble teaching of our respected religions to our followers. Every religion calls upon their followers to live a moral way of life, to attain mastery over the mind, to cultivate the purity of the heart, whether it is the Bible or Quran or Veda or Tipitaka or scripture, call for peace, call for enmity, call for harmony. From Jinnah to Jesus, all great founders of all religions have emphasized it with a virtue of tolerance, the virtue of non-violence. But the world we live in is often driven by religious conflict, sectarian strife, even the world of a brutal fighting. Because we usually attach importance only to the outer shell of a religion. We overlook the universal truth, inner core of religions. The reason is a lack of love, compassion, tolerance, forgiveness, and self-understanding in the mind. My dear brothers and sisters, when there is no peace within individual, then there cannot be peace in the world. Violence and peace never can coexist. The only way to achieve inner goal, inner peace, is inside meditation. This is a non-sectarianism but scientific research oriented technique of self-observation and self-realization of the truth. Practice of insight meditation brings some unprecedented result. That is, experience and understanding of how mind and body are interacting. Whenever negative emotion arises in human mind, such as a craving, jealousy, hatred, anger, ignorance, and so on, these negative spirit trigger unpleasant sensation within the body. On the other hand, sometimes positive state arises in the mind, such as tolerance, love, compassion, sympathy, joy, and wisdom, etc. At that time, mental actions create happiness and pleasant sensation within the body. Every moment to moment, the mind generates hate or love, compassion or cruelty, sympathy or jealousy, positivity or negativity, pleasantness or unpleasantness, selfishness or selflessness. So, the entire mind is flooded with a pleasant sensation or unpleasant sensation all the time. Insight meditation reveals that the mental action precedes every physical and vocal action, determining whether that action will be wholesome or unwholesome. That is why we must find practical method to create pure mind, peaceful mind, and beautiful mind. Ladies and gentlemen, my dear brothers and sisters, the practice of insight meditation can be used for keeping a balanced mind and sound health. By exercising insight meditation, everyone can remove mental disease of negativity, can achieve the balance of mind. The balanced mind will make the unbalanced world to be balanced. Stable mind will make unstable world to be stable. Peaceful mind will make the balanced world to be peaceful. The people of any faith can practice such insight meditation without discrimination, caste, color, creed. At the same time, they may follow their own religion, their own tradition in peace and harmony. There is no need for conversion of religion. A common source of tension, common source of conflict, create negativity only. Therefore, compassion, real compassion is only for changing the negative mind to positive mind. As an observer, one will find a society to live in peace and harmony in its next second. Today, in the world, we see clearly various degree of spiritual pollution, like discontentment, dissatisfaction, disagreement, argument, demonstration, strike, violence, aversion, aggression, tension, etc. These are mental pollution. These spiritual pollutions are always creating bad consequences to human society and human environment. This is the manifestation of unbalanced and untrained mind. They are motivated by negativity laden within the human mind. We all understand that we need to protect our environment, our society, to stop polluting them, to remove such a mental pollution. Ladies and gentlemen, people are searching for a place of peace, security, tranquility, however. They cannot find such a place of paradise in this materialistic world or extremist world. So let us change our mind from negativity to positivity. Removing such a pollutants of negativity will promote the peace and harmony as well as a balance of mind. Healthy relationship between human society and its natural environment. This is how Buddhism can foster environmental protection. Ladies and gentlemen, my dear brothers and sisters, so I am confident that we, leader of a multi-faith, should put our joint effort to abstain from conflicts, to abstain from violence. We strongly condemn any forms of violence and any form of extremism, any form of conflict. We also ask all political leaders, national leaders, spiritual leaders to join in this declaration. We all leaders must make a vow here and now. We declare that we unconditionally condemn such a brutality, cruelty, any violence. We must try to seek forbearance, forgiveness, selflessness, compassion for establishment of peace, harmony, stability, security, and coexistence peacefully in this world. Ladies and gentlemen, my dear brothers and sisters, now let us try to formulate a definition of the religion. We shall try to understand the intrinsic meaning of religion. Then there will be no greater misfortune for humanity than failure to define religion as synonymous with peace and harmony. This is the real meaning of religion. Next, I would like to introduce you to the first speech of the Buddha, the leader. At the first Great Sangha Conference at the Rajgiri in Magadha state, 588 BC, where total of 1,250 Arhants assembled. It was a first conference which was organized soon after the Buddhist dispensation was established. The first word the Buddha uttered at that conference was Kanti Pramandapotidika. Tolerance is the highest austerity. The most popular philosophy of Mahavira, founder of Jainism, is non-violent ahimsa. I have also studied the teaching of the Jesus Christ. He highlighted Karuna, compassion. I am most delighted to see the 2 points when I read the teaching of the Muhammad, founder of the Islam. He said, the rich men must be willing to be charitable to the poor people, to the poverty. Economic predators who give trouble to poor in different ways for their personal interests must be eliminated. Indeed, this is a kind of a remedy for present world to diminish the economic imbalance of which is currently present in the world today. Chinese religious leader Confucius also said, political leader must be endowed with a good character and good wisdom, good education. Without character, without wisdom, political leader can no way lead the people in the right direction. The Buddha said, the one which is under the influence of greed or craving is a facing with starving. While the one under the influence of the hatred and anger with the conflicts in war. The one under the influence of ignorance with wrongdoing. According to the Buddha, this is the truth. Without the truth, the one will be in a state of instability, whether full of adversity. It is delightful to see the seminar war in the teaching of our religious leader. Ladies and gentlemen, my dear brothers and sisters, I am also the view that all should be free to profess and free to follow their faith. However, they must be careful not to neglect to practice the essence of their own respective religion, not to distance others by their own religion, not to condemn other faith. In this diversity of the faith, when people of the different view approach him, the Buddha said, let us set aside our differences. Let us give attention to what we can agree on. Let us put the common code which we agree upon into practice. Why worries? Such wise counsel still retain its value until today. Ladies and gentlemen, my dear brothers and sisters, the Buddha said, animosity can be eradicated by its opposite, which is pure love, patience, forgiveness, and so on. Animosity cannot be eradicated by animosity. Violence is seized by non-violence. Violence is never seized by violence. Hatred is never seized by hatred. Through pure love only, it can be seized. This is the ancient law, eternal law. This is the Dhamma. What is called the Dhamma in the world has nothing to do with the Buddhism, Hinduism, Jainism, Judaism, Sikhism, Islamism, any other ism. What Dhamma is very simple. This is the truth. To understand the truth is our common goal. To understand the truth is our common goal. To understand the truth is our common solution to all problems. To avoid the extremism, to avoid the aggressiveness, to follow the middle path are our common platform to work on together. Every religion has its own outer shell and inner core. The outer shell consists of the rites, the ritual ceremony, belief, mind, doctrine, etc. These outer shells differentiate one religion from another. However, there is an inner core which is common to all religions. This is the universal teaching of morality, charity, mental discipline, pure mind, pure love, compassion, goodwill, tolerance, insight, and truth. This is a common denominator that all religious leaders ought to empathetically teach their followers to practice. If proper importance is attached to the essence of all religion, the pure love, tolerance, forgiveness, and compassion are shown for their surface level. Then, conflict and violence could be minimized. Ladies and gentlemen, my dear brothers and sisters, I would also like to stress here the water has the universal characteristic of coolness to all, regardless of the race, caste, religion. The water, whether it is from Mekong River in Cambodia, the water, whether it is from Irrawaddy River in Myanmar, Yellow River in China, etc., never different, nothing changes. It is a characteristic. Whenever one feels it, it makes one who drink it free from thirst. Also help one to remove the dust and impurity. If we look at the thing superficially, we see them differently. If we try to penetrate into their inner core, we see truth and reality. Here, I would like to say that loving kindness, which is the most powerful tool for individual peace, community peace, and world peace, be resembling to the power of the water. Although Cambodia and Myanmar are different in the name known to the world, the loving kindness of both people practice is the same, thus leading to our long-lasting peaceful coexistence. I also wish the world people walk in peace, harmony, security, coexistence, so that the world will be free from conflict and anxiety and sorrow. This is the message of I would like to convey to my brothers and sisters, to my students here at this Pannasastra University of Cambodia. My dear brothers and sisters, ladies and gentlemen, may all be free from abortion. May all be happy. May the peace and harmony prevail in every corner of the world. Thank you very much for your kind attention. If you do have any question, I'm trying to answer.
Before we proceed to the Q&A sessions, we would like to invite Venerable to have a brief translation.
Brothers and sisters នៅក្នុងមហាគ្រួសារពុទ្ធសាសនាតែមួយនៅក្នុង Southeast Asia ទាំងមូលនេះហើយលោកបានមានសកម្មភាពតាក់ទងនឹងខាងក្នុងសួរថាតើពុទ្ធសាសនាអាចតាក់ទងនឹងដោះស្រាយបញ្ហាក្នុងបច្ចុប្បន្នបានអីខ្លះថាសពថ្ងៃនេះបញ្ហាមានគ្រប់កន្លែងទាំងអស់ទាំងបញ្ហាសេដ្ឋកិច្ចទាំងបញ្ហានយោបាយទាំងបញ្ហាសង្គ្រាមគ្រប់កន្លែងទាំងអស់គ្រប់ប្រទេសទាំងអស់ថាតើយើងត្រូវធ្វើម៉េចយើងដើម្បីជួយដោះស្រាយឲ្យពុទ្ធសាសនាអាចជួយយ៉ាងម៉េចក្នុងការដោះស្រាយនឹងហើយមានតែការចេះរស់នៅរួមគ្នាលោកលើកអំពីថាយើងការពុទ្ធសាសនាគោរពត្រៃបិដកសាសនាគ្រិស្តគោរព Bible សាសនាអ៊ីស្លាមគោរពកូរ៉ានហើយនឹងសាសនាផ្សេងៗទៀតគោរពគម្ពីររបស់គេផ្សេងៗទៀតប៉ុន្តែដើម្បីរស់ដោយសុខសន្តិភាពយើងត្រូវតែរៀនរស់ជាមួយគ្នាដោយការអត់ឱនយោគយល់ដល់គ្នាទៅវិញទៅមកហើយមួយទៀតដែលលោកព្រះអង្គបានលើកយកមកគឺថាដោយសារមនុស្សយើងខ្វះនៅសេចក្តីស្រឡាញ់មេត្តាករុណាដល់គ្នានឹងហើយតែធ្វើឲ្យពិភពលោកនឹងមានការក្តៅក្រហាយច្រើនហើយដើម្បីឲ្យមានសេចក្តីសុខសន្តិភាពក្នុងពិភពលោកសូមឲ្យមាន individual peace ថាម្នាក់ត្រូវតែមានសេចក្តីសុខផ្ទាល់ខ្លួនទើបអាចនាំឲ្យពិភពលោកនឹងបានសេចក្តីសុខបានបើសិនឲ្យគ្មានសេចក្តីសុខផ្ទាល់ខ្លួននេះទេมันអាចធ្វើឲ្យពិភពលោកបានសេចក្តីសុខបានទេហើយវិធីសាស្ត្រមួយដើម្បីឲ្យមានសេចក្តីសុខតាមផ្លូវចិត្តក្នុងបេះដូងរបស់យើងខ្លួនម្នាក់លោកមានវិទ្យាអធិការគឺរឿងវិបស្សនា insight meditation គឺថារៀនអប់រំចិត្តពេលកំហឹងកើតឡើងលោកមានប្រតិការថាមនុស្សយើងមាន component 2លាយចូលគ្នាគឺ mind and body តែកាលណាយើង control mà dương bán miền cùng thằng mua mai lại hai cái nông luôn dưới phương ở manifested trên mọi phía cả hàng cái về nhà cặp chặt kề chẳng phải chẳng mai bà đi đi cả là unit train hai luôn miền ra thì cao dương đố vì positive negativity tới positivity tụi đất bài tạo về chủ nghĩa tới tụi đất về chủ nghĩa về hai miền Việt Nam chui đô dương bán thế nên thì dương thế đô luôn ai bạn miền tụi bây của quất có lúc mình chui đô dương ai lúc con để pháp là việc đâu hay dương đâu mình đâu vẫn là lời dương hai buổi tiết lúc tham meditation nó chui ở balance mind là all stabilize cái bọn dương nâng nó hai miền sống như là all từ tiền trong cái này đôi sự khai mũi tiết bọn miền là cá sẽ xuống lên hướng ông phương thăng xa rồi miền sạch nào lô bạn để sai chỉ đặt cá thì đặt hàng cá thang lô mình control tụi đấy thang dùng cam sạch nam đi nè anh cam sạch nam đấy dùng vay nè anh làm bị chùm lương nhóm lô ở control thế được nông thầy xông ao nhẹ được nôm group này được óc hàng dương thì khỏe dương bật cắt luôn được ọc thế thầy dương mình ai đo mình lên vô mình lại ấy phăng chừng kia luôn thì hay luôn miền là thì cá sẽ tôn nâng hay như của bùi chia ở ba của bác bê mà làm tốt đây bỏ ống chụp thì chung thì khổ mà con pi đôi ha sập ống bỏ ống phần đáyของ pi cô ca ruộng rồi bóc rồi cô sạch na là láo ấy chứ thì cô ca ruộng bóc cô sạch na ông luôn lương khăn tây paramount tập bao tây tất cả ca ọt ao ca ọt khôn linh ái chịu cô ca ruộng rồi bóc cô sạch na mùi chỉ rương khăn lắm sầm rạp rồi cô sạch na hay luôn lương khăn sông bay mà ca vi rét chỉ mê sạch na lên rồi tây ẩn tía có miếng principle mỗi từ năm vài lần ai mà hát bạn gần đi vô tới ăn được what nông chỉ vật được bạc quạt hay là nông Jesus Christ tạm để lương lương mốt thứ hai lương ở phi love and compassion hay bơm mà Hamed hàng Islam Muslim áo đẹp miến chui đẹp rồi chân cô ca lên nông Islam tất cả là lương bị phục luôn nó cứ của mô châu mốt cứ ca lạnh love and compassion meta cả là má còn lục lục kia tất cả hay cả nam mình lúc viên meta cả là tất cả kia tới lúc viên là đi ca thang lên miền economic imbalance từ cả bàn chạy tình cảnh những smile thì nè miền chui nè trò chân tay hay tầng o sẽ lấy tục tầng o nâng cơ cả lô bằng cái vị chia lấy trong cái làm mà cái trong tầng lọc màu tích là mình chọc rồi thì khác ha sasmana cả đó là kia dễ bị lo and compassion sasna muslim sasna Christianity nó còn dễ bị love and compassion hay love and compassion nó chỉ sẽ chặt poor hay sẽ chặt poor nó ai đã ai chui đọc sai và nhà hàng common problem như sọc ngày đi mà vấn đề đây phải ba khi mình lúc mình bán vô theory nó từ practice tôi chỉ sát na cả nói và sân thì vô the dharma or the truthឬក៏ love and compassion ហ្នឹងទៅ solve the common problem គឺអាចដោះស្រាយបានហើយប៉ុន្តែយើងមិនបានអញ្ចឹងមួយទៀតលោកមានត្រតិកាឬ pure love សេចក្តីស្រឡាញ់ដោយបរិសុទ្ធ pure love ហ្នឹងគឺថាមិនមែនស្រឡាញ់ជនជាតិពីយ៉ាងណាផ្សេងជនជាតិខ្មែរផ្សេងទេ pure love គឺ love everyone equally ស្រឡាញ់មនុស្សគ្រប់គ្នាដោយស្មើភាពគ្នាទាំងអស់ហើយជាចុងក្រោយលោកប្រគិនពោប្រធារានុស្ថិរៈគ្រប់អង្គនិងពុទ្ធបរិស័ទឲ្យដល់លោកជំទាវបានប្រកបដោយពុទ្ធពរគុណការយុវណៈខាងពលរដ្ឋបីគ្នាដែរអរគុណ
អរគុណចំពោះបញ្ហាវិទ្យាល័យបញ្ញវត្តិហើយបន្តកម្មវិធីប្រធាននៅសិទ្ធិបាទសូមទទួលរយការគណៈគុណចាស់ព្រះអង្គនិងអង្គពីទាំងមូលនៅសិទ្ធិលានសំណួរទាំងអស់សូមរំលឹកមុនបាទសូមសូមលើកប្រព័ន្ធគឺក៏លើកដៃទៅក្នុងសាកសួរ
The first time I would like to respect for Venerable Singaku and would like to respect how you work and Venerable here. I would like to respect for all ladies and gentlemen present here and all Venerable and all students in here. I'm a student of President Buddhist University, and also I'm a student of Pannasastra University in Cambodia. Before I ask question to Venerable, please speak. And nowadays we have a lot of religion that compete to each other about the Buddhist, Christian, Muslim, and other about this about the discrimination. So today we will speak about the Buddhist hate and harmony. So my question, how we can make peace and harmony, all religions live together in the world to be peace without conflict to each other? For my question, thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for your question. All our religions how to coexist peacefully together. I already explained in my speech. All our religions are followers really do not understand the intrinsic meaning of their respective religion. They are only in the surface level of their respective religion. In the surface level, many different ways, rites, rituals, ceremonies, are so many differences. On these surface level of differences, we are arguing, fighting, and conflict. This is my opinion. If do they understand intrinsic, real essence of their respective meaning of their religion, everyone becomes saved. For example, the Buddha also said that Kanti, great tolerance is a very powerful tool to solve the problems of the life. Jesus Christ, Jina, founder of Jainism, Mahavira, the founder of Islamism, Muhammad also said, same meaning, Kanti, patient, tolerance is great is a powerful tool to solve the problems of the life. But many religious leaders in almost every religion, they cannot teach their followers to understand the really intrinsic meaning of their respective religion. Therefore, followers of every religion, even the Buddhist religious followers, they do not understand their meaning of what Buddhism is. Very difficult to understand. Therefore, we all religious leaders, you all religious leaders, fully responsibility to teach, to propagate the real meaning of the religion. This is the religion.
តាមសម័យរបស់លោកការពិចារណាឲ្យជ្រៅទៅសាសនាណាក៏ពលានលោកលើកតាមសាសនាពុទ្ធពលានពីខន្តីហើយសាសនាយេស៊ូពលានអំពីឡាប់និងអចិន្ត្រសេចមេត្តាករុណាមហាមេត្តាក៏និយាយពីរឿងការចែករំលែកហើយនៅក្នុងសាសនាយេនិយាយពីអហិង្សាធម៌អញ្ចឹងលោកថាសពថ្ងៃនេះសាសនានឹងពិបាកនឹងរៀនអ្នកដើរតាមនឹងឲ្យប្រតិបត្តិតាមគោលការណ៍ធម៌ហ្នឹងហើយអញ្ចឹងហើយបានជានាំឲ្យមានជំនួសការតាមដោយសារអ្នកប្រតិបត្តិអ្នកធ្វើតាមហ្នឹងមិនបានយល់អំពីខ្លឹមសាររបស់សាសនានីមួយៗឲ្យបានជ្រៅជ្រះហើយលោកថាយើងទាំងអស់គ្នានេះអ្នកដែលបានយល់នេះជួយបង្ហាញដល់អ្នកដែលដើរតាមឲ្យបានយល់ច្បាស់ពីគោលការណ៍នឹងខំហើយដល់ឲ្យយល់ច្បាស់ទៅលែងមានសង្គ្រាមពីព្រោះគោលការណ៍របស់សាសនាផ្សេងៗគ្នានឹងរំអត់ឡងអនុផាសិនមួយគ្នានឹងឯងជឿអរគុណ
First of all, I want to pay to the most Venerable Sister Sayado and Venerable here and Excellency and ladies and gentlemen. I have a question that the Venerable has mentioned that individual peace can make the world peace. So I can catch up this point, but I don't know how to make the individual peace and bring to the global. So how the individual and people in the world make peace from the inside. Thank you so much.
To create the world peace. Every peacemaker, every peace organizer, they must have their inner peace. Internal peace or individual peace. To establish individual peace, there's only way. You know, a Muslim school, you know, that God, Satana, etc. The only way. That's it. Not any other way. Which is insight meditation for foundations of mindfulness. Meditation is not religious technique, but meditation is a universal humanism. Everyone can practice and follow. President of the United States, Obama, he should practice meditation. President of the Republic of Russia, Putin, he also must practice meditation. They never practice meditation. But they are talking about the peace on the table. They don't have any peace. They are internally. I don't believe they are not peacemaker. And as a peacemaker, peace organizer, they must practice inside meditation. Inside meditation is a not really difficult. Self-observation. Observe ourselves. Investigate ourselves. From head to feet. From feet to head. In this very pendulum body, what I am, what are the reality, what are the arising in this being existence? Momentary investigate, momentary observe. This is the real meaning of insight meditation. If you are Islam, on Friday you can go to the mosque, but when you come back from the mosque at your home, you practice a meditation. Allah will so satisfy you. If you are Christian, Saturday and Sunday go to the church, at your home you practice a meditation. Self-restraint, self-train, self-observation, self-investigation. It is very important. Many matter what they are doing, reacting in each other in every moment. Therefore, my dear brothers and sisters, meditation is not religious technique, but it is universal human nature. I would like to encourage all of our political leaders. They should practice meditation at least 2 hours in a day. Thank you very much.
Con cha đã sự cài dù ôn lấy dù lấy tập sự bị tập phần tiếp tục lúc nào ai luôn tập phần tiếp nó ta sẽ điểm mạnh được để sự là hiện tập phần tiếp hay vào luôn nên là cá tha mình biết ai gì vì phần tiếp phục luôn nó chẳng phải thời tự nhiên cái sọc tọa của phần tiếp tọa của phần hai phần tiếp tọa của bàn một phần phi các tu vipassana cái sai meditation hay vipassana lúc mình vô ở dưới ta self observation tam an tuân ai hay mình self investigation tin đất mưa tuân ai hay đạiព្រះសម្មាសម្ពុទ្ធព្រះអង្គសម្ដែងនៅក្នុងសតបថាមសូរលោកលើមិនហ្នឹងតែជាផ្លូវមួយតែមួយគត់ដើម្បីសាងសុខសន្តិភាពហ្នឹងគឺតាមខ្លួនឯងមើលខ្លួនឯងភាសាជ្រៅនេះលោកលើមកថា meditation inside meditation ឬក៏វិបស្សនាប៉ុន្តែនិយាយឲ្យងាយឲ្យស្រួលគឺតាមខ្លួនឯងតែយើងគិតអីយើងធ្វើអីយើងកំពុងតែមានសកម្មភាពអីហើយតាមណាវាថាវាណែទីឬក៏ផុសទីវាណែទីទីក៏ផុសទីវាឡើងអាហ្នឹងជាងាយនៃងាយស្រួលក្នុង meditation inside meditation ហើយលោកលើថា President Obama របស់អាមេរិកគឺទីរបស់រដ្ឋរាជាអ្នកនិយាយស្ទើរនិយាយពីសន្តិសាស្ត្រដល់ទីពិភពលោកប៉ុន្តែលោកថាអ្នកទាំងអស់ហ្នឹងត្រូវមកធ្វើ meditation ឲ្យមាន2ម៉ោងមួយថ្ងៃដើម្បីឲ្យខ្លួនឯងនឹងមានសន្តិភាពទៅបានអាចសាងសន្តិភាពនៅលើពិភពលោកបានហើយលោកថា meditation នេះការតាមដានខ្លួនឯងនេះដោយសតិសម្បញ្ញៈនេះមិនមែនជាសាសនាទេមិនមែនជាសាសនាណាមួយជាកម្មសិទ្ធិរបស់សាសនាណាមួយទេបើយើងជាមូស្លីមហើយសពទៅវិហារ meditate ក៏បានពីព្រោះ that is universal ជាសកលអ្នកណាក៏អាចយកទៅអនុវត្តបានតែតាមដានខ្លួនឯងតាមចិត្តខ្លួនឯងហ្នឹងហើយបើថាជាគ្រីស្ទៀនទៅថ្ងៃអាទិត្យទៅជួយទៅឲ្យ meditate ទៅព្រោះវារឿងទីតាមដានខ្លួនឯងតាមមិនគឺអីទេចឹងសូមអរគុណច្រើន
So at the first, I would like to pay my respect to the most venerable and ladies and gentlemen. So I have one question that mostly related to Cambodia. And in Cambodia, 95 people they believe in Buddhism. This is most of the Cambodian people they believe in Buddhism, but the Cambodian people and mostly they think that the Buddha is God. This is what they believe in the Buddha. So, but the real meaning of the Buddhism, the Buddha is not a God. It is different from the other religion in the world. So, my question is, I would like to ask you, could you explain about, the Buddhism or the concept of the God? That is my question. Yes, that's all. Thank you very much.
Buddhism and religion, it is very different. In religion, there are only three main things. Believe in something of God. Just mere belief without any investigation. If you do investigate a God, you must go to the head. Very different from Buddhism. So believe without wisdom, without knowledge, without investigation. Just mere belief in God. And second, after believing in any God, worship. Just a mere worship. After worship, prayer. I want to be something. Prayer. Believe, worship, and prayer. These are three things that are mainly within the religion. Buddhism. I believe in the Buddha, it's okay. But without knowledge, just a mere belief, a blind faith, blind belief. Sometimes, some people, they do have many amount of knowledge, they don't have any belief. This is also one extreme. Sometimes some Buddhist people really believe, strongly believe, without knowledge, without wisdom. This one also one kind of extreme. In Buddhism, belief and knowledge. Knowledge and belief must be balanced. Panya and sattha. Sattha and panya must be balanced. Without panya, only the sattha leading to decline. Without sattha, just only knowledge, this one also leading to the cunning. So everyone in Buddhism, they must have these two qualities in balance. So in Buddhism, we have many gods and goddesses. Tatu Maharaji, Gadaurin, Sajama, etc. But the Brahmawa also, many gods and goddesses. They are not for worship. They are not for worship. They can never create anything. We are all our creator. Creative power, really creative power within ourselves. This is a Buddhist belief. All of our my dear Buddhist brother, you know, Chitana and Kaman Vikvivada. Chitana. Volition and deed, volition and speech, volition and thought. These are our own power. But this volition, Chitana, must have been Saddha, Pinya, Metta, Karuna, Kandi, etc. If this is Chitana, full of these qualities, going to create a beautiful world, beautiful life. If this is our Chitana without Saddha, Pinya, Metta, Karuna, etc., associated with Loma, Dosa, Moha, Iksa, Mitriya, Mana, etc., ugly Chitana going to create that ugly life. Therefore, according to the Buddhist philosophy, we can create our life by ourselves. We are creator of our life. We are own architecture of our life. This is the difference between Buddhism and religion.
ថាពុទ្ធព្រះសម្មាសម្ពុទ្ធជាព្រះអទេពហើយគុណលោកមានប្រតិការពីរឿងពុទ្ធសាសនាហ្នឹងមានលក្ខណៈខុសប្លែកពីសាសនាផ្សេងខ្លះដោយសារសាសនាផ្សេងគេអាចតាមចិត្តជឿទៅលើព្រះតែម្យ៉ាង no question you need to believe in God without any verification មិនមានការតាមមិនមានការជីកឬគោលទេប៉ុន្តែក្នុងពុទ្ធសាសនាវិញលោកថាការជឿដោយខ្វះបញ្ញាហ្នឹងបើក្នុងភាសាធម៌លោកមានប្រតិការថាមានសទ្ធាប៉ុន្តែខ្វះបញ្ញាមានជំនឿប៉ុន្តែខ្វះការពិចារណាចឹងបានជានៅក្នុងពុទ្ធសាសនាព្រះអង្គលោកលើកថាព្រះសម្មាសម្ពុទ្ធមិនបង្ខំមនុស្សឲ្យជឿដោយខ្វះហេតុផលទេជឿលើលោកថានិយាយថាខ្ញុំជឿលើព្រះជារឿងជាមិនជាការខុសឆ្គងអីទេប៉ុន្តែឲ្យមានបញ្ញាសម្រាប់ពិចារណាថាពីព្រះហ្នឹងត្រឹមត្រូវឬក៏មិនត្រឹមត្រូវផងកុំឲ្យបន្លាញរឿងលោកថាបើសិនបើមនុស្សហ្នឹងច្រើនដោយ belief ប្រើឲ្យសទ្ធាប៉ុន្តែខ្វះបញ្ញានាំឲ្យអ្នកនឹងបន្លាញចេះតែជឿតែប្រេតតែប៉ុណ្ណាទៅឬក៏ភាសាខ្មែរយើងថាមិនគួរញាក់អើបន្លាញ belief ហ្នឹងគឺមិនគួរញាក់អើប៉ុន្តែដូចមនុស្សម្នាក់ទៀតមានបញ្ញាខ្លាំងណាស់ហើយមិនខ្ជិលជឿអ្នកណាអ្នកនឹងទៅជាមនុស្សដែលមានចរិតឆ្មាយអត់ចេះស្ដាប់អ្នកណាទាំងអស់អាហ្នឹងលោកថាមិនល្អទាំងសងខាងអញ្ចឹងត្រូវមានទាំងសទ្ធាមានទាំង belief មានទាំង wisdom ទៅជាមួយគ្នាហើយលោកថាពុទ្ធសាសនាមាននិយាយពីរឿង God ឯចាតុមហារាជការតាវតੰសាប៉ុន្តែលោកថា God ទាំងអស់ហ្នឹងមិនមែនសម្រាប់យើងទៅថ្វាយបង្គំសុំសេចក្តីសុខពី God ទាំងអស់នឹងអាទិទេពទាំងអស់នឹងទេវតាទាំងអស់ហ្នឹងហើយទេវតាទាំងអស់ហ្នឹងក៏មិនមែនជាអ្នកបង្កើតអ្វីសម្រាប់យើងដែរអញ្ចឹងយើងជាអ្នកបង្កើតខ្លួនឯងហើយចំណុចមួយដែលលោកលើកមកគឺលោកលើកចេតនាខាងពិកវេកម្មសទាវិគឺចេតនារបស់យើងនឹងឯងជាអ្នកបង្កើតអ្វីគ្រប់យ៉ាងទាំងអស់ក្នុងពិភពលោកឧបមាថាបើសិនជាចេតនារបស់យើងនឹងល្អមាន love មាន compassion មានជួយ generosity មានខន្តីការអត់ឱននឹងនាំឲ្យបង្កើតពិភពលោកមួយបរិបូរណ៍ដោយសេចក្តីសុខបើសិនបើមានចេតនាហ្នឹងនៅក្នុងចិត្តរបស់យើងនឹងបង្កើតពិភពលោកមួយបរិបូរណ៍ដោយសេចក្តីសុខសន្តិភាពប៉ុន្តែវិចេតនាខាងក្នុងមានការចំណែកគ្នានេះគុំគួនស្អប់វិញពិភពលោកនឹងរលាយបាត់សូន្យដែរដោយសារចេតនារបស់អញ្ចឹងសរុបមកវិញថាចេតនារបស់យើងនឹងឯងជាអ្នកបង្កើតសេចក្តីសុខឬក៏សេចក្តីទុក្ខសម្រាប់យើងអរគុណច្រើន
First of all, I would like to pay respect to Venerable Dr. Ashin and also thank you Dr. Kolpeng and all of Venerable monks and ladies and gentlemen. That question is not different from Venerable has preached at Lanka Pagoda. I'm not sure, I don't understand clearly between three kinds of followers that Venerable preached already. The three kinds, the first is simple followers, great followers, and also great followers. This is one question. And two question is that
do not understand your question.
When the boss said has preached at Lanka Pagoda, we have three kinds of followers in Buddhism. We call simple followers, and great followers, and great followers. I'm not sure about that. You have preached already.
I don't mention in my paper.
In Lanka Pagoda. And for two questions is that everyone may misunderstood Buddha theory is to the monk. I think most of the common people that the religion or the Buddha is up or down belong to the monk. In fact, it's not like this. But the question is that, and also around the world, the leader or the manager always misunderstand between the Buddha theory, and it can be led to the violence or anger or greedy as well. So on behalf of the leader of Buddhism, could Venerable share some experience how to lead our Buddha theory to tell all of the world that Buddha theory is the universal theory. Okay, thank you.
Because of the essence of pronunciation different, very difficult to understand this question. Very good. Please translate.
I translate English to English. I am not so sure the first question. I don't know. There are the three kinds of followers. I'm blind with that. Yeah, you didn't get it. Yeah. So the second question is how can we bring the Buddha teaching to the universal state or international state? How can we make them understand the Buddha theory? Okay.
Excuse me, Most Venerable. The first question is related to the three kinds of Buddhist practitioner that your Most Venerable has mentioned at Wat Lanka yesterday or before yesterday. Yes, Lakaram with some like Wongsa, Arai Wong. That's it. Wat Lanka.
Three kind of follower. I forgot it.
Listen. In fact, you have mentioned that there were three kinds of followers with the Buddha preached at Velawanaram. Yeah? Those were Pannasastra, Niyanasara, and Pannasastra. Thank you, sir.
I mentioned yesterday in Lanka, Wat Lanka, not mention three kinds of a follower, three kinds of a disciple. Three kinds of a disciple. Bhagavati Savaka, Mahasavaka, and Ega Savaka. Three kinds of a disciple I mentioned. Bhagavati Savaka, not limited time for the fulfillment of a parami, not limited time. They don't have any limited degree, any limited any limited title. Bhagavati Savaka. You are, we are. No? Like Bhagavati Savaka. Mahasavaka is very limited. At the time of Lord Buddha appointed only the Siddhi Mahasavaka. Individual. You can study in Tiragata, Tiragata text, a Siddhi Mahasavaka. Maha. This is a great title. Like a PhD. Like a PhD. Maha. These Mahasavakas are only 80. The Siddhi Mahasavaka. 40 Mahasavakas are allowed to sit at the Buddha's right side, at the Buddha's right hand side. Another 40 Mahasavakas are Buddha's right hand side. Side by side, 40 and 40. Siddhi Mahasavaka. The Bhagavati Savaka limitless. Mahasavakas are limited, only 80. They fulfill their parami, Satta, Sahasa, Kappa, Ega, Savaka, very high. Only two in Buddha's dispensation. Sariputta and Maharana are only two. They are Ega title. They have Ega title. I want to find the Buddha himself, like PhD, David, double PhD. I have 4 PhD now. So it is very clear. Very Savaka, normal disciple, countless number of disciples, limitless. Mahasavaka only the 80, side by side 40 and 40 by 40. Ekasavaka only the 2, Sariputta and Mama. This is the day before yesterday I preached in Wallanda. This is okay, I forgot it. So thank you very much for your attention. The next question.
Next question, how can we bring the teaching of the Buddha into the international stage? How to make them understand it?
You see, at the time of Lord Buddha, many Jain priests, many Paripajaka approached to the Buddha, even the Panchavaki. First find disciple of the Lord Buddha, Panchavaki. What is their religion? How can you say? Bodhiya, Hopa, Badiya, Mana, Asani. What are their religion? Maybe Hindu religion, Jain religion. When they listen the Four Noble Truth at the dear path, they attain the enlightenment. So many. While Buddha was dwelling in Nalanda, Upali, Rishmi, disciple of the Jina Mahavira, Niganda Nala Buddha. He approached to the Buddha, listening to the Four Noble Truth, attain the first stage of enlightenment. Therefore, anyone, everyone, without discrimination, caste, color, and creed, everyone can practice and follow. Therefore, Buddhism is a universalism. Thank you.
Tí tí nói ra nó rồi nói tí tí hai mà ha xa vẹt hùng rồi miền đường núi vài sợi ong lục nhân là để ca thì của ông muốn phục nơi cái đá xài sập bằng hai xài sập bằng hàng nó vài sập ong nó special đi dạo vậy là đây nè độ của má á thầy nó tơ ca sang vào mấy cha ơn chiên bạn có thể xà vẹt cha ơn võ hay mà ha xà vẹt nó tơ ca sang vào mấy luôn mùi xài cặp sẵn hạt nó mùi xài cặp hay nó xà vẹt của thiên thì mấy hai là kiện xà vẹt đừng có xà vẹtของphú miền quy cái xà đấy tốt mình phải một phần liết tơ ca sang vào mấy mùi hải cặp hay chụp nó chẳng tầm bấy đó sao vậy tầm bấy này thầy từng mua TV đó thầy như thương mấy tầm bấy ở kia vừa khi phật sát na bàn từ lúc từ đi lúc bên là cái ca mũi ca phật sát na đó lúc ra bị mũi universalism mình Buddhism is universalism nên đây thằng mình nên nẹt nát có ai pro thì bạn này thuộc lúc mà bị đảo thay chân có những cái lá có trơn tay ở room này chắc có phút người điên phi người biết ở room chân năng chắc luôn nên là cái ca thằng Sasana hoặc có ống chi Sasana Sasana universalism phân năng chắc có trái one last question.
First of all, I would like to pay deep respect to most Venerable monk and all elder monks and all monks here, and especially pay deep respect to all elders here. As you mentioned, we all live in a suffering. That's why we want to train our mind to be peaceful, because of we live in suffering. And the question is, what is the difference between the Buddhism and philosopher? The Buddha and philosopher. Because of most foreign people, they say Buddha is only a philosopher. And then I tell them Buddha is a Buddha. It's not a philosopher. And they compare Buddha and Gandhi and Socrates saints. So that's why I just want to know deeply from your perspective, from your paradigm, what is the difference between Buddha and philosophers? Thank you.
This is a very good question. My dear brother, you are Buddhist student, son of the Buddha. You are studying the Tipitaka, Sukanda Pitaka, the way of life. Vinaya Pitaka, discipline of the life. What is a Vidama Pitaka? Philosophical system. If the Vinaya Buddha precisely taught the discipline not to do any evil, not to speak any evil. This is a Vinaya. So that how to practice social life, how to practice ascetic life, how to practice meditation, etc. So many technique and colorful techniques are expounded in the Suttanta Pitaka. In the Abhidhamma Pitaka, Buddha expounded only nature of mind, nature of a mental state, nature of a materiality, and the Nibbana. Four realities are expounded in the Abhidhamma. Therefore, Buddhism is ethical system, philosophical system, social system, realistic teaching. In brief, we can say Buddha really philosopher, but Buddha really practitioner. Around 2nd century BE, 200 years after the death of Buddha. In the Greece, Socrates, etc., many philosophers, writers, they wrote many books. In my opinion, they just mere thinking, just mere thinking. After thinking, after thinking, after thinking, after thinking, write down many books. You see, Buddha, how many tapa practice? Even the present life, Buddha, how many years of practice? 6 long years practice, approaching so many ascetics. So Buddhism and philosophy and Buddhism is different. Buddhism is including ethical system. How to practice, how to penetrate the ultimate truth, how to liberate them from sorrow and suffering, etc. Many techniques to practice mentioned in Buddhism completely, perfectly. And philosophy, just mere thinking without ethical system. Just promotion of the knowledge, just mere thinking, this is the philosophy. Vidama, many techniques how to practice. So Buddha and the Buddhism, philosopher and philosophy, different. Buddha in Buddhism. Buddhism is ethical system, philosophical system expounded by the Buddha himself. Philosophy, just a mere thinking without ethical system. This is the difference between Buddhism and philosophy. I'll let you one more little bit. Do you believe Socrates or Mahatma Gandhi or they are arahant? They have full of a defilement, full of a kilesa. With the kilesa, they are thinking. Buddha's hearts are very pure heart. Philosophers are only the Buddha, very different.
ในក្នុងសន្សំនៅវិស័យនៅក្នុងវិន័យវិបត្តិជា ethical system ថាតើយើងរស់នៅយ៉ាងម៉េចប្រកបដោយសិលធម៌យ៉ាងហ្នឹងណាយើងរស់នៅយ៉ាងម៉េចឲ្យមានសិលធម៌ទីមួយ ethical system ក្នុងវិន័យវិបត្តិទីពីរសន្សំនៅវិបត្តិទីគោលស្រីបដៅរបស់ប្រពន្ធហ្នឹងគឺ social system ដែលយើងរស់នៅជាមួយគេហ្នឹងត្រូវអប់រំខ្លួនយ៉ាងម៉េចឲ្យបានល្អវិធីអប់រំចិត្តយ៉ាងម៉េចឲ្យបានរួចផុតអំពីទុក្ខរោគយល់ចឹង social system ហើយនឹងតែអភិវឌ្ឍវិបត្តិជា block ecosystem ជាប្រព័ន្ធទស្សនវិជ្ជារបស់ពុទ្ធសាសនាជ្រៅជ្រះណាស់អញ្ចឹងក្នុងពុទ្ធសាសនានោះវាមាន system ទាំង3ហ្នឹងវាមាន ethical system វាមាន social system វាមាន philosophical system ចំណែក philosophy វិញគឺថា mere thinking តែគិតហើយសរសេរគិតឲ្យថាទៅចឹងហើយលោកថាលោកមានអធិការចុងក្រោយមិញថាជាប្រៀបធៀបអ្នកប្រាជ្ញសូក្រាតឬក៏ Gandhi ឬក៏ Plato អីទាំងអស់ហ្នឹងជាមួយនឹងពុទ្ធលោកមានអធិការថាសូក្រាតក្តី Gandhi ក្តី Plato ទាំងអស់ហ្នឹងហៅថាជាពុទ្ធជនដែលច្រើនឲ្យកិលេសនៅរូបៈទោសៈមោហៈពេញខ្លួននៅឡើយឯងហើយយើងយកទៅប្រៀបជាមួយពុទ្ធដែលពុទ្ធអស់អាលីង pure ហើយទៅប្រៀបមិនកើតចឹងណាអូខេអរគុណច្រើន
Let me speak in Khmer សូមនមស្ការចំពោះព្រះគ្រូមហាបណ្ឌិតនិងសូមស្វាគមន៍ស្ដេចព្រះមហារាជវង្សនិងព្រះសង្ឃគ្រប់ព្រះអង្គសូមចម្រើនពរដល់លោកទេវអាត្មាសួរតែជាសំដៅ request អាត្មាសូមសំណើទៅប្រជាជនមហាថេរដែលជាកំពូលអ្នកប្រាជ្ញប្រចាំនៅប្រទេសមីយ៉ាន់ម៉ាសូមព្រះអង្គអាចសម្រួលយ៉ាងណាបើកភ្លើង Q scholarship បើក្រែងក្រែង master degree បានច្រើនជាងមុនសម្រាប់ប្រសង់ពុទ្ធសាសនាកម្ពុជាពីព្រោះតាមបណ្ដាផ្នែកទ្រឹស្ដីអប់រំពុទ្ធសាសនាកម្ពុជានៅមានកម្រិតឡើយនិងទាន់ឈានដល់ដំណាក់កាលមួយក្នុងការអាចពង្រីកទ្រឹស្ដីរបស់ពុទ្ធបាននៅឡើយទេហើយចំនួន10កន្លែងតិចណាស់សូមបង្កើតហើយនឹងសូមបង្កើតទាំងសម្រាប់ master degree ផងដែរ in executing in Buddhism ហើយម្យ៉ាងទៀតសូមប្រជាជនមហាបណ្ឌិតក៏អាចមធ្យោបាយណាក៏ដោយអាចថាជាមូលនិធិឬជាស្ថាបនិកឬក៏ធនធានមនុស្សអាចគ្រប់មធ្យោបាយអាចជួយលើកស្ទួយពុទ្ធិកសាកលវិទ្យាល័យ Buddhist University of Cambodia in Buddhism គឺមិនទាន់ជាខ្លាយជាមូលដ្ឋានមួយពិតប្រាកដក្នុងការបណ្ដុះបណ្ដាលពុទ្ធជាមនុស្សផ្នែកពុទ្ធសាសនាឡើយទេនៅមានកម្រិតណាស់យើងអាចនិយាយថាខ្សត់ខ្សោយក្រទាំងពុទ្ធជាមនុស្សក្រទាំងសម្រាប់ប្រជាជនទេគឺសូមបើសិនអាចប្រជាជនមហាគ្រូនិងអបអរសាទរអបវិញ្ញាណមកអាចជួយបានជាការបន់កុសលមួយដ៏ធំក្នុងការជួយពង្រឹងពុទ្ធសាសនាក្នុងប្រទេសកម្ពុជាក៏ដូចជាពិភពលោកផងដែរសូមអរគុណ
that is not a question. But that is a request for most vulnerable to offer some more scholarship, either in the bachelor degree or master degree for our Canadian monks to pursue their higher education in Myanmar. And we have less, not very much highly educated monks, so we need more scholarship to improve our Buddhism in Cambodia. And one more thing, he would like humbly to ask for your support to the Sihanoukvadej University in Phnom Penh to have more knowledgeable professors and facility to improve the quality of this education in Cambodia. Thank you.
To have and to support your university, I must study in detail. In Burma, in Myanmar, in our country, we have 3 universities under the Department of Ministry of Religion, 2 universities. Pannasastra University, this is the number 1. Teaching in Pali and Myanmar language. Second, International Theravada Missionary University. This university also running under the Ministry of Religious Affairs. All languages are teaching in English. In my Zagahi and myself founded Venerable International Buddhist Academy. My academy is 2 branches, Mandalay in Yangon. Therefore, I have 3 Buddhist academy. All of the languages are teaching in English. And precisely in my academy, all the syllabus books are from Tipitaka, nothing others. So all of my dear brothers, I would like to invite to join 3 Buddhist Academy, Buddhist University in Myanmar. Only in Burma you will see all of our universities are free. Nothing charges for accommodation, for the tuition, for the food, no charges. Free education, free Buddhist educations are only in Myanmar. In Thailand, many expenses. Therefore, I would like to cordially invite you to come and join very closely to our Venerable Buddhist Academy, Theravada Buddhist Missionary University, Pannasastra University, 3 universities. This is open to all, but you must have basically English language to communicate each other. If you do not have the basic English language, you must learn for 1 year German language. This is a little difficulty between 2 countries. I openly invite all of you, my dear brothers and sisters. Thank you.
University ហើយនឹងរៀនបល័យនិងសាសនា Buddhist Missionary University នឹងរៀនភាសាអង់គ្លេសហើយទៀតជានៅសាកលវិទ្យាល័យនៅកាហើយ free ចឹងណា free មិនមានបងថ្លៃបងអីទេគាត់ទៅគុណចាស់ទៅហើយចេះអង់គ្លេសឲ្យហើយមួយទៀតបើមិនចេះអង់គ្លេសត្រូវរៀនភាសាភូមាមួយឆ្នាំទៅអានឹងគឺថាជា barrier មួយសាមញ្ញតែការបានទាំងអស់គុណចាស់
Hãy subscribe cho kênh Ghiền Mì Gõ để không bỏ lỡ
សូមប្រគុណពួកការបកស្រាយសំណួរដែលមានសេចក្តីខ្លឹមសារដល់ព្រោះឆ្លើយតបនឹងសំណួរទាំងគ្រូបណ្ឌិតទីដែលគ្រូស្រីដល់ជំនួយញាតិសារៈបានបកស្រាយបន្តបងសូមសួរបងសំណួរមួយទៀតបានទេបងต้องเคลียร์มันก็สมรู้ต้องยังสมวยมาเนี่ยใครบ้างอะไรเหรอบ้างใครสมเจอจังเชื่อมองต้องยีจีภาษาไทยครับไม่เอาเชื่อมเลยคนใดต้องยีเชื่อมั่นชวนรวมอะไรบ้างนะไอ้ที่เป็นพอที่ตัดกับงานเป็นอะไรพอtrong khu có trong cái là không có chơi những nhà về khác nhà cầm rong ra phản công tuần tra khi đặt khu là tuần tra của họ trong không chỉ là cái xa về nhưng mà sinh viên từ lúc bây là anh năm như cái hàng quần một nắng từ căng ra đây cô kia lên một đó cái thằng ra như cái hay chỉ thấy thứ hai bạn gặp thì thò đàn đó sinh viên bị khổ ông thằng lúc chơi tới tao bây giờ cái quay hay cứ phần mô ở đây thì bản chất là trong tôi như thế ta thật ta mua là nghe ở vay cả ta ở vay để mong ai và tên không nghe nó khai lên chỉ vật tên là căn một sản năng khai lên cái lời bị không đấu nó còn chặt nuôi phần vô thật ta mau đi nó tham vào cái nó chưa sao lắm rồi mình còn tục trên mau đi sang tệ rồi không một sản phẩm này được thì nó không còn chặt nuôi phần vô là vay thôi vay thôi mất rồi còn cái Campuchia là đây là sủng may nó hơi con ơi đây Campuchia nó đôi cái tên không nghe này trong trong một môn đi công trang là vay hỏi thì sao mình môn bọc một page nào tiếp qua và hay là một tên không về cho nào nó vẫn không thay công việc ở
Venerable, we have one last question from our student. He heard the very good reputation of Myanmar, which have a lot of highly educated monks, and some monks even can remember the Tripitaka. And his question is, how come whether the government push very hard to people and the monks to learn, or the intrinsic motivation, the motivation inside of each monk and people to work very hard in learning Buddhism. And he wants to ask for the advice from you, most venerable for Cambodia. He dreamed that later 20 years maybe Cambodia go up to the same level as Burma or less than.
In Myanmar, highest education system is Tipitaka Dharma. Whole Tipitaka reciter. This is the highest education system in Myanmar, only in Myanmar. It was started at the time of 1951 to etc. Before the Chata Sangha, Tipitaka Dharma. They recited, memorized in the heart, all Tipitaka. This is because of their very high sattva, very high pious and devoted emotion. They learn by heart whole Tipitaka. According to the Myanmar traditional printing, 45 volumes of the Tipitaka are memorized and recited into their heart. Some reciters study for 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. Some reciters 10 years, 15 years, etc. And after reciting, question also come in. They sit in the examination as 2 type of system. Learning by heart, it is the first. And then sit in the written examination at the second. When they finish two type of examination, they have the very high title, Tipikatara Dhammapanagariya. It is according to their emotion they study. Government never push, but the government awarded very highest title, Tipikatara Dhammapanagariya. If you like to study the Tipikatara examination, I would like to cordially invite you to come to the Myanmar to join this examination. Thank you.
Nơiประเทศภูมิเมียนอุปกรณ์ศึกษาแต่ผู้บุคคลนั้นคืออุปกรณ์ศึกษาตรวจตรงกับไตรเป็นดอกหรือเรียนทางเตะเป็ดเตะกัดแต่แรกเนี่ยแต่เรียนแบบไปตรวจตรงกับไตรเป็นดอกนั้นคือการจีนเนี่ยแต่เมียนก็จะอยู่ผู้บุคคลได้ไทยเนี่ยฟาดเถิดการระยะไปยูชนำดอกแบบหลอกชนะไม่ดำไปโซ่ถึงเต็งจำให้ลูกทำเมียนวิธีสักปีประลองกับไตรเป็นดอกนั้นมุ้ยอาจโซ่อันนั้นเรียนเกียนที่ปีมุ้ยที่จะเซ่เอ็กซามเทคเอ็กซามนั้นประลองอันนั้นปิดบ้าให้โดยสาการปรำปรายในบ้านเรียนระบบเราหนักจำกับไตรเป็นดอกนั้นมันแม้ปีหน้าของเขาไม่เรียนได้ตามในคุณจะเด็กคนลูกเรืองม้าพุทธาสุดที่โดนมัวมุ่นลงการเลือกลงการเรียนศาสนาพุทธศาสนาหรือบอกซ่องนั่นแต่มาดองครูบอกตัวหายตัวพิมพ์สุดที่หายรถทางปีบ้านนั้นบ้านตอนก็จะยุ่งจีการเลือกสักจัดในสัญญาบัตรมุ้ยมันเป็นสัญญาบัตรผมเต้คือสัญญาบัตรเตะเป็ดตะกัดแรกพอทองแม่ควันหรือกีริกัดเมียนในทางเนี้ยโดยตรงกับไตรเป็ดดอกได้เรียนศาสนาเคลียงในแบบโคอาตรงนี้เราก็สัญญาบัตรนั้นเนี่ยให้เพื่อเอาเนี่ยได้เรียนนั้นปรังไตรโดยสิ่งที่คุณไอ้ท้องให้จีกันจะยุ่งสิ่งนี้ก็เอาตัวคุณก็ได้ไม่ได้ทราบพุทธศาสนาก็จะเอาเรื่องครับ
ส่งเอาบุคคลใส่เด็กใหม่โดยเคยพาเด็กจองสู้เดินปองเดินอยู่กระยุกก็จองสู้ชาบทแทนเกิดอย่างนี้เป็นหน่อยพอส่งเดินตาเชียร์ไซเชียร์ไซของไอ้เคยกำที่เชียร์บอลรอบคือเดินตาเดินประตูหนึ่งสิบเพิ่มโทคำปีเปิดครูแบบนั้นสิแต่ครูใส่จะโตแต่บทส่งคนเจอยุตาจิต
Thank you very much. And next, I would like to invite Dr. Gorpei, PUC leader and management team to please come forward to the stage to receive book donations. Donation of Buddhist book to PUC by Most Venerable Sitaku Siyara Dr. Ashin Niyanasara, please.